Gaming is not dead, folks. Because I've seen so many people saying that back in my day, back in this day, back in that day, only certain subsystems or subsections, or let's just say some genres in gaming are dead. Like particularly the fighting community, because I mean, apart from the big three, like there is no real active competitor, and the big three, they've all become their own things. So apart from Virtual Fighter that's actually coming to challenge the scene once again, there is absolutely nothing. Let me explain. Street Fighter, Tekken, and Mortal Kombat. There hasn't been any new game recently that has actually challenged them in the spaces that they preside in. And if you don't understand what I mean, let me elaborate. Street Fighter is the more like, let's say, satirical, like the kind of where you can actually do weird stuff, fighting game. You understand? I'm not saying that Tekken isn't weird, but like Tekken is about spectacle. Street Fighter leans more into that kind of cartoonish kind of vibe, yes. But then again, you still have Mortal Kombat that's with the whole grimness, the whole, the special effects. You understand what I'm talking about? That is something that I would say this thing needs. That genres need, because genres need competition to actually grow. But it still leads back to that whole gaming is dead thing. You've limited yourself to certain genres, and even in those genres, you don't dig deep. I realized something about digging deep in this life. Unless it's something that is actively being hidden, right? Most people will tell you that most of the things that mainstream media they don't know about, it's actually quite simple to find out about it. You don't even need to go on some kind of epic quest, like going through files or something like that. Just clear the sand a bit and you will find something good. Because some people, they only play FPS games and they only play Call of Duty. That is why they say gaming is dead, instead of saying that Call of Duty is dead. Some people, the reason I'll get back to that, but people say gaming is dead, and I get why. You need that polish, and the only games that can deliver that polish, they they kind of fail you. So that's where the whole generalization that gaming is dead comes from. And then again, indie games, they keep on failing you. They keep on using the fact that they are indie as a crutch. Clear Obscure Expedition 33 is a good game story wise. Visual wise, I don't know where they were going with it. I'm not saying that it's bad, I'm not saying that it's good, but like it's kind of conflicting. Why does it look pixelated? I mean, like every footage I've seen of it on it, like it looks like it's a game that you're trying to run, when you've like dumbed down all the settings. I don't know, maybe the person is playing in performance mode. I don't get it. Okay, I don't get it. It feels like anti-aliasing isn't even turned on. I don't know. Maybe it's just my eyes. But wait, when you go back to that, you see complacency because of your budget and stuff. It doesn't make sense, because you see limitations is what pushed gaming to where it is today. Because let me tell you something shocking. I think the PlayStation 3 had like 256 megabytes of RAM. I think it's VRAM or something like that. I want you to think about that very closely. I do you understand what I'm talking about? People should stop, like indie developers should stop using game like their budgets or their genres as different ways of, I don't know, or limiting themselves. Because of some, there are many gamers who want polish. It's not just about, try out indie, bro, you'll be touched. Not just try out indie, try out good games. This game right now I'm playing, you're seeing on the screen, is Alto's Odyssey. You may or may have not seen so much like footage on it, like multiple footage on it, because I've made many videos with the gameplay in the background. Because I talk about things other than gaming sometimes, but I like to keep a game playing in the background, for the to remind you that, yeah, this is still a gaming channel, the works. But I want you to understand, this wasn't recommended to me. I kind of found it. It's actually a friend that just told me that there's a, like, it's actually its predecessor, Alto's Adventure, that then led me to Alto's Odyssey, because I decided to one day take a leap of faith and download the game. But what I'm trying to tell you is that this is not what people find on indie scenes. They keep on telling you play under. I'm not saying that Undertale or Deltarune is bad. I haven't played it. Audio wise, those things are like, oh my god, like the audio, like with the soundtracks I've heard, beautiful, but overall gameplay and story, I might not be wowed. Okay, like I'm not saying like I can't be wowed these days, but you have to do like some stories really need to do something that make me be like, okay, that was nice. Like I was surprised, I was shocked, not because of I've played so many games, but because of things these days. I look at them objectively and subjectively at the same time to see how good it is, because you need to understand there is good and there is bad. It is we human beings that are now in the gray. So it's whether you're in the lighter gray, or on like lighter shades of gray, or in the darker shades of gray. That is up to you. But then back again, full circle to the whole polish. I figured out that many people are still on Call of Duty. Actually, someone who, like, there's a way someone will talk about a game, they realize that this guy is just concerned, he's not grifting, because he actually said something. He said that with the amount of like the subspace that Call of Duty is in, nothing has really challenged it. Nothing really has that polish, because of, yet like they always lean into something else, and that is not what the players of Call of Duty they are looking for. They're not looking for a clone, and they're not looking for something that is vaguely different, like that is really that's so different that they don't even know that it doesn't even look similar anymore. They're looking for something that feels like it, but it's a better experience. People have, like, no company has really provided that yet. And some people are going to Battlefield 6 just for the vibe of it, and objective, like the game is objective based, and there isn't much on what single player 100 plus kills and like stuff like that, you understand. But you need to look past the genre that you're in. You need to move ahead, look around, play better games, look at games, not whether it's triple A, double A, or this, that at all. You look at it whether it's a good game, whether you're having fun. That's my problem with some genres. Dark Souls, because I don't get how failing woefully. The reason why I despise Dark Souls, because that is where the whole gaming is dead thing comes from. Most people, they will just be told that these games are the big things, and then when they play them, since they only listen to the big stuff. I'm actually on a bed right now recording this, like my tablets. I don't have a mic, so maybe you should like and subscribe. But I'm trying to tell you that, like, this, I'm actually on a bed right now, so if you're hearing any ruffling noise, it's actually just me moving around, moving. So you get recommended the mainstream stuff, but there's no guarantee that what is mainstream will work for you. Okay, so when that happens, what are you playing? Dark Souls. The reason why I dislike Dark Souls, it's because I can't be creative. I need to do the parrying accurately. I need to do this or that accurately. And that is why I kind of despise the GTA 5, and then GTA 4 kind of set the groundwork, but GTA 5, I like, they will tell you that go take this sniper rifle and do this, buy this particular sniper rifle, you do this particular thing. Like in Vice City and Grand Theft Auto 3 with GTA San Andreas, for the most part, they'll just tell you to do this, like use at your own discretion. You can choose to chase a guy in a boat, or you can choose to nuke the guy from a safe distance. It's up to you. I'm not you. You understand? Like, every playthrough can feel fresh. The difficulty is not bullying you. You're actually having fun. A game that you can actually a game is what you can play when you're depressed. If you cannot play a game when you're depressed, right? Not because of the story, but like gameplay wise, right? If you cannot play a game if you're depressed, then no, please, that's not a game. That's just a chore book, or like, sorry, a chore, and whatever tutorial on it is just a chore book explaining what to do. Sorry, I'm sorry. But then you just need to start looking for good games. Play older games. Not everyone. Like, you can't tell me that, yes, probably speaking, but if you tell me that you've played the God of War games, brother, have you completed the God of War games? If you have, play it I'm talking about the OG ones. You can actually, there are many ways to play it. Emulation. I know that people say that, oh my god, no, but look, Sony themselves, apart from Nintendo, companies themselves, they will tell you that, yeah, these particular games, we are not bringing them back anytime soon, mostly because of budget. And yeah, we need to make new games, fresh stuff. Even if we're recycling content, we need to make it fresh stuff instead of doing the same thing over and over again. At least let there be an illusion of us making new stuff. So remasters is not something that should be It's not a given every time. So you can choose to play the older God of War games at higher difficulties. Try to do stuff. Try to play older games but with a spin. Try to play Call of Duty with a pistol only if it's available, or use that one weapon that you always avoided in the playthroughs. Try to make your experience feel fresh and fun, and then maybe that fun that you had when you were young will come back. Because let me tell you something honestly, I'm going to be 15 next week, Monday. So that's going to be like the 18th of August. So, there might be a birthday stream, but like that's all for the video. I'm young and I've already played a ton of games, but I'm not saying that I'm gonna be bitching about it, so to say, because gaming is dead. I'll look for better games, and that's what I've been doing recently. So I have check the pinned comments. There's a recommendation for different types of games, or based on the ones I've played already. So that's all for the video. Like and subscribe. You can check out my Discord server, and I have a Telegram group if you're interested in it. You can also try to talk to me. I'm a chill guy, and yeah, that's all. Peace.